To the Gunman Insta Live. This week is 1 year of listening to me bang on every evening to fighters about the fight game. It is 365 days of listening to my gibberish. For those who have been following and supporting the channel, thank you so much. Your ears must be burning. Listen, we are gonna now get on a face-off. I now sponsor Outcasts Boxing, which is a thriving boxing channel, influencer, small content creator boxing platform that is about to take place in Manchester on November the 9th in Fallowfield. I am going to be covering the Cruiserweight tournament. We've got two sets of semi-finalists coming on, and we will be seeing who's hot, who's not, and what's going to happen on Saturday night. Let me just add in the guys. Let me add them in. Three, two, awesome. And then we'll get them going. 1 second, I'm going to get. Here we go. There you go. K5, he's back.
Come on.
Yeah,
there he is. As well.
He's back. Listen, thank you very much. Listen, welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. This is a platform for fighters of all levels to come on and share their journeys with the fight fans. For those that do not know these two men, they are going to be boxing in a four-man tournament, a cruiserweight tournament, on the platform that I now sponsor, which is called Outcasts. It is their third show. They are boxing in a cruiserweight tournament. This is one set of semi-finalists. Down to my right, we have Fighting with Jay, the long-rangey game puncher who absolutely tattoos his opponents. He's up against K5 Fired, who is the gooner, who's hoping to bring the Arsenal on Saturday night, hoping to bring a knockout. Anyway, let's start with you, Fighting with Jay. On the 13th of September, you posted, I thought about retiring, but this is not how my story is meant to end. Can you explain what you meant by that when you launched your post, the announcement for this fight?
What I meant by that, I told myself if I lose to Cowboys 2, I would retire. But after talking with everyone around me, everyone who was at the event, everyone who's close to me in my personal life, I couldn't end it on 2 losses back to back. I needed to get my redemption, and I'm not someone who likes to quit. I'm not a quitter. I will never be a quitter. So I'm just gonna try and get my redemption on Saturday.
Drop down a bit. We can't see you so well. Just drop down a little. We can't see your head. There he is.
I'm too tall.
You're too big. Tall. Yeah, you're tall and you're rangy. So listen, what are you going to do different? You've had a couple of bad knockouts. What are you going to do different to ensure this man doesn't gun you down on Saturday night?
It's very simple. I haven't taken the sport of boxing as serious as I needed to. So after the loss against Stu, I went back to the drawing board, went to a whole different gym, changed everything up, and just focused on boxing and being a better boxer and using my advantages way better than I did before.
K5, you're also coming off of a defeat against Zavi.
Yep.
Is this a must-win fight for you?
Yeah, I think me and Jay are both coming in with the same mentality that we just win. And I honestly, I respect him for putting the graft in and making sure it's the best Jay we get. Because I know it's not going to be the same Jay as the last 2 fights. But yeah, I'm also here for my redemption, and it's a must win. And I know I'm going to get in there, and I'm just going to win. I know it.
Who's the favourite in this fight, K5?
I think it's a 50-50 fight in the eyes of people.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a clear favourite.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough to say. What would you say? You've studied this guy. What would you say he does? He does well. K5. What do you say? What would you say Jay does well? What are you watching out for on Saturday night?
He fights well out of both stances. He switches, and it's something. Obviously, I gotta keep my eye on in the ring, because if he switches, then I've got to think about my movement and not moving to the left or to the right. So him being able to switch stance is a attribute he has, which I'm looking out for.
Does he have a suspect chin?
We're going to find that out, because obviously he shouldn't be fighting heavyweight. I'll give him his due. He was fighting two people way bigger than him, but we'll find out on Saturday if he has a chin or not. He has taken shots against Cowboy, but then
I was just going to say, bro, Stu had 30 kgs on me, and I took some clean shots of him.
Yeah.
But we'll find out on Saturday.
K5, do you have the power to render this man unconscious?
I believe I do. Obviously, I haven't shown it because I haven't been able to deliver it as well as I have. As well as I have in sparring. I spar a lot better than I fight, but this time I'm focused and I just want to get in the ring and showcase my ability. And I know that if I land clean, I can do damage, as I haven't showcased that enough.
Jay, listen, you've had a devastating one-punch KO against one of the other semi-finalists. You know, he flattened you like a pancake. He literally laid you out. I mean, it was a good job the canvas was non-stick, so they could just scrape you up in time. You know, like you were properly out. Does that worry you, knowing that you might have to face that experience again in the final if you do win?
Definitely not. It excites me. I from the moment I lost to Anton, the first thing I said is I want this rematch, because I know he hit me with a very clean shot, but it was circumstantial. We both just stood up after falling over, and my chin was open in the air at that time. And I know after putting in the work that I have done the past 3 months, and what I will do after this fight, the fight between me and Anton potentially will be a very, very, very good fight.
If this brother K5 KOs you in the first round, is it time to give up boxing?
It's time to give up boxing. I'm not sure, but it would indicate I'd have to get into the gym and just train for like a year nonstop before I ever think about getting back into the ring again.
Listen, Jay, a lot of people think that K5's a lot easier fight than Anton, I would say. Do you rate this guy down there? Do you rate him?
I do rate K5. From the moment I lost to Anton and he lost to Xavi, that's the moment I called him out. That was back in May. I wanted to fight him in July, August, and now on this event. From that moment, I knew a fight between me and K5 would be a very good fight, because he does have a lot of attributes, and he does know a lot about combat sports in general and boxing as well. And he also has been training for a while now, so it will be a very, very good fight between us.
K5, how are you going to deal with this man's range? He's slightly taller, but you know, no one in boxing can say that they enjoy someone having height and range and reach on them. Have you been finding the necessary sparring to be able to get inside and get to his weaknesses? You know, his right hand, his elbows quite high up. He is vulnerable to the body. Have you got the necessary work in to replicate this man's style?
Obviously, finding someone 6'7" isn't the easiest job. It's not. But I found people similar height had to spar southpaws and orthodox, because he can do both. But yeah, Xavi has, I believe he has the same reach as you, right? Something like that.
Yeah, Xavi is like 6'2", and he has the same reach as me. It's mental.
Yeah. So I fought someone with the same reach, but this time, there's a whole different fighter. I know he's going to want to keep me on the edge of his jab and his straight, so my job is to make sure he doesn't do that. And yeah, obviously fighting rangy fighters is what I've been doing, and hopefully I can just negate the range and get my work off.
Yeah. Is there anything, K5, is there anything that you see that without giving away your game plan, is there anything, like, what's his main weakness?
Obviously, he would have changed a lot now, but I feel like sometimes when he pulls out of range, he doesn't guard. He kind of like does a pushing motion with both his arms out. That's something I expected him to work on, but if that's still there, then I'm going to take the opportunity. I've not seen him be hit to the body before. He's having a lot of scrappy fights where there's a lot of clinching and overhands. I've not seen him hit the body before, so that'll be interesting to see.
Do you think that this fight's going to go to distance? Do you think he's going to hear the final bell?
I'm always prepared for the final bell. If you're not prepared for the final bell, you're prepared for failure. So I need to make sure I've got the cardio to go all 4 rounds, and the 5th round if it's overtime. So yeah, I'm mostly prepared to hit the final bell, and if not, then that's fine. But yeah, I've been training for them 4 rounds.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. Listen, do you want to tell him you've got him here on the live now? Do you want to tell him what's going to happen to him on Saturday, K5? What's going to happen to this brother?
I think it's going to be a lot harder fight. There's been stuff in the camp I haven't released yet. It's going to be a lot harder. There's been loads of highs and lows in this camp. It's been the first time I've really been tested. There's been times I'm like, oh, I don't even need to fucking do this, but I still did, and I continue. And yeah, I've been sparring a lot harder opponents. I've been going around loads of different gyms for sparring. I haven't just stuck to shoe fighters. I've been going around. But yeah, I've just found so many different styles to spar, and I don't think I'll be fazed by anything. I'm very confident for this.
Maximum violence? You're going to knock this guy out?
I hope to stop him. I really want to stop him. That'd be nice to have it on my record, on my resume, a little highlight reel.
Have you got confidence that when you've seen him down in London looking up at the ceiling, does that give you confidence that someone else was able to put him out, turn his lights off in one punch?
I think it's, even if he says it or not, in the ring it's going to be on his mind coming off 2 stoppages. It's also going to be on his mind. He doesn't want that to happen again. And I think having something like that in your mind is like a mental barrier. I've not been dropped or anything. So I don't know what it feels like, but I don't have the mental barrier that he does of being knocked out.
Jay, what's your response to that? He's saying that it's got to be in your head.
If he thinks
it's got to be living in your dome.
If he thinks that he can think that, I look at it in a different way. I'm mentally strong enough to not let it control me. It didn't control me in the still fight, and it won't control me now. I won't think about it because it's a whole different story, different opponent, and with a whole different outcome.
Listen, I think the card are expecting this to be a really good fight. What would you like to say to your opponent before he goes to sleep tonight, before you put him to sleep on Saturday, Jay?
I made a video on X that K5 didn't like. He called me a grown man that's having a mental breakdown, whatever, on X. I said enough in that video. I'll see you on Saturday.
And for the people tuning in, what did you say in that video?
I told him a few things about him not promoting the fight after me, him, and Xavi meeting up in London a few weeks ago. Before that, there was a lot of promotion. After that, there wasn't. Some things about his promotion that where they posted footage said it was from a while ago when it wasn't, which to me didn't make them look confident in their guy, and I just told him that.
K5, did you try and get in his head online?
I don't think I've been saying too much online, but we saw him in person. Like, I've got respect for Jay. After this fight will be cool, but at the moment he's just like a roadblock in the way, and I just need to get him out the way. My vision is sightline. I am laser focused on getting that belt, and he's just like an opponent in the road.
Yeah. Is there a genuine beef between you two, K5?
No,
it seems like there's some simmering words that have been said.
I don't think
that aren't being spoke about too much.
I don't think it's beef. I think it's just like competitive nature of us both.
We're seeing one fan here. We've got Ramsey. He's saying we want war.
You will get war. Don't worry about it. If there's no beef between us, like I respect K5. We've got along very well in the past. But on Saturday, it's time for war. He's the guy that's in there with me, so he's trying to, he's trying to hurt me. He's trying to put me in the hospital. He's trying to do the worst to me, and I'll be trying to do the worst to him. And it's gonna be a fucking good fight.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can promise everyone who's watching this live, who's going to the event, who's watching the stream after the event. It's gonna be a fucking good fight, and don't blink.
Yeah. Listen, what can we expect from you on Saturday night? Listen, you're off the back of 2 devastating losses. In fairness, you gave away a lot of weight against Cowboy Stew, but against Anton, again, you were one punched. The one punch bang unravelled you. What can we expect different?
Everything.
Are you going to be boxing and moving, or are you going to be coming forward and seeking and destroying?
You'll have to find out. I'm coming out with a W nonetheless.
Yeah. K5, is this man deluded? Where has he got this confidence from? Do you think he's deluded and he's not being realistic in what he's saying?
No, I believe he thinks he's going to win. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed up to fight. But I'm going to prove him wrong, which will be fun to do. But yeah, I'm obviously going to be improved. He's going to be improved. But one thing we will say to the people right now is, like, you've seen our last fight. That was kind of scrap. You're going to see, like, who is the best boxer out of us two. That's one thing you'll get. You'll get good boxing out of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, you're going to need a watertight defence, K5. He's rangy. We're going to need to see Saliba and Gabriel type defence at the back there. You're going to have to be tight in defence. You're going to have an engine in the midfield. And then, your attack, if your attack can get to his chin, we know that he can be hurt. But, it's a cracking fight. It's a really good matchup of styles and one that we're really looking forward to seeing unfold on Saturday night. Jay, do you have a final message to your opponent before you see him this weekend?
No, I just want to tell him, Liam, it's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to getting in the ring with you. But at the end of the day, I need to get this redemption. And I'm sorry that's going to be you.
And what are you saying is, what would you like to say to him, K5, before you finish him off on Saturday?
Obviously, he's not the only one looking for redemption. I hope he doesn't think I'm going to come in all bouncy in KSI, because that's not going to fucking happen.
No, that was just a question. I told you, like, you better not do it. Like, I expect you to box.
Yep.
That's good. That's good, because we're not there for jumping jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to win the other semi-final, K5?
I think if it goes early, I think it's an Anton's stoppage. But I don't know what Anton's gas tank looks like. We saw him lose the first round to Jay before it happened. So we saw that. But I think if it goes longer, then Ben has a higher and higher chance of winning, especially the 4 rounds. We don't know what Anton's gas tank looks like, really.
So you're sitting on the fence like Humpty. Like Humpty Dumpty, you're saying, like, on the fence, I think not falling off either way.
If it's a stoppage, it's Anton. If it's a decision, I think Ben might be able to get it done.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. What about you, Jay? Do you want to see the guy that knocked you out in the final?
Yeah. I need Anton to win. I again with Ben. I like Ben. Ben is a good guy. He fought Xavi on the last event. But yeah, I need Anton to win, and I do expect Anton to win. But it's not going to be easy, because Ben has some experience, did some white collar fights and stuff. So he has some experience, and Ben knows how to box. He knows how to box. So it's going to be a hard fight for Anton, but I want and expect him to get it done.
Yeah, brilliant. Listen, it's an absolute pleasure having you both on. I can't wait to see you both on Saturday. I can't wait to see how this fight unfolds. It's been an absolute pleasure to spend some time with you, and especially K5, whose his team are playing at the moment. What's the score, K5?
I don't want to look.
Well, let's hope you're looking on Saturday, because you don't want to get caught with a sucker punch. Thank you very much, my people. I really appreciate your time, and I shall see you on Saturday night in Manchester. Take it easy, my G's.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Bless up.
Cool.
That's all.